Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and to another installment in the Sydney Railroad build. If you're watching last week, you will have seen me lay track in the harbour area. Well, actually, it was just one of the harbour areas. There are two completely separate railroads running into this harbour town, and each has their own yard. What I did last week was Upper Harbour, operated by the Class 1 Railroad. This week I'm going to lay all the track for the Lower Harbour area, which is operated by a short line. So without further ado, let's just head out to the workshop and continue with the track laying. Well, so far this morning I've got the first two crossovers in. This fifth turnout that looks like it might be installed but doesn't have any weights on is not glued down yet. I have prepped one end of it. I've prepped the toe end, but I haven't prepped the frog end yet. There is another turnout that overlaps with it, but that will be a task for after lunch. I'm going to go in now, get some food, and I'll come back out and continue this afternoon. Well, today I have managed to install 12 turnouts and a few small pieces of track just to connect everything up. Tomorrow it's just plain track. It should go fairly quickly. There are only two more turnouts on the short line, and those are at this end. I might get as far as that tomorrow, or I might not. I'm not sure yet. Anyway, I'm going to go in now. It's time to feed Zeus, and I will see you again tomorrow. Well, I've been out here all day today, laying track in the short line area. I started with the long spur serving the cannery. Then I did the small yard by the car float. Gradually worked my way down. And I've almost finished the trackage for the short line. Got as far as this benchwork joint here. I've got to reattach the foam roadbed in this area because it wasn't quite in the right place and it peeled up. I don't think I cleaned the plywood well enough. Anyway, I've got a short time left today and I got several short pieces of track missing. I finished the code 70, but the code 50 I ran out of earlier. So I bought another bundle out here and I got all the short pieces to fill in. So let me get that done and that'll be a good day's work. Well, that is 6 more short pieces of track installed. One at this end at the gravel industry and then 5 more little pieces at the end of the yard. I haven't yet glued this piece in place. The plywood for the scrap wharf is a little bit too short. I discovered that when I had the full-size track print on it, hence the red line, approximately where it goes. But I won't know exactly until I put together the main parts of the car float and the float bridge. Once I get those positioned, I'll know what looks best for the end of the scrap wharf. And also you may notice that I haven't put in any of the track that leads to the car float, because once again, I've got to figure out exactly where it goes. That line is only approximate. I haven't even worked out exactly what turnout goes on there. The kit that I've bought calls for a number 5Y, but I don't have that in code 53. I might end up putting a number 6 right-hand turnout further back. But as I said earlier, I won't know until I've built parts of the car float bridge. But that'll be a task for a different day. I'm going to go in now, feed Zeus, and get cleaned up. The last time I had the camera on was 2 days ago, when I had all the track completed in the harbour area. I spent all of yesterday and this morning getting bus wires in, mounting these circuit boards on drop-down panels, and there's another one at the other end of the railroad as well for the main yard. And I also had to get all the bus wires routed all the way back to the DCC cabinet. So that took me a day and a half. This afternoon I got all the feeders in, hooked up for the short line area, and I've tested every track. I did make one mistake. On this turnout over here, I managed to mix up the black and the green wires, and I connected the frog up to the bus wire by mistake. I guess it was easy to do, because there's not much light under there and the green is a very dark green. But it only took me a couple of minutes to find and fix the error, and that is of course why I test everything as I go. Anyway, I still have a little bit of time left this afternoon, so I'm going to start running bus wires for this part of the yard, for the intermodal and general merchandise yards. So I'm just going to turn the camera off and get back to work. Well, that's all for this episode. I hope you enjoyed the video, found it useful or interesting, or both. Next week, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. I'm either going to present the wiring video, or I'm going to do another layout design, or maybe something completely different. I haven't decided yet. But whatever it is, I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun, and I hope to see you back here for that. So in the meantime, thanks for watching, and bye for now.